Hi, this is Stan Matthews, host of the Matthews TV broadcast and founder of the Inner Circle Professional Network. It takes a village to raise a child and a community to build healthy, wealthy businesses, professional practices, and community organizations. The Matthews TV broadcast enables urban consumers like you to support urban business owners, professionals, nonprofits, and community organizations that provide career opportunities, create jobs, and make urban communities great places to live, work, and raise a family. So please continue to watch the Whole Person, Whole Community broadcast on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com. And oh yeah, tell 10 friends to watch the broadcast too. Heartfelt thanks for your continued friendship and support. The Matthews TV broadcast spotlights urban business owners, professionals, nonprofits, and creative artists and enables them to tell their success story and get the new clients, strategic connections, and community support they need to prosper and succeed. With our audience of more than 500,000 subscribers, 500 Inner Circle strategic partners, and the Comcast Xfinity premium promotional channels, including the Oprah Winfrey Network, BET, Lifetime, and the Hallmark Family Network. So step into the spotlight for business success right now and book your spotlight or legacy interview by calling us at 732-357-5701 or booking your reservation at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com.
Hi, I'm Mayor Baraka of Newark, reminding you to shop urban and shop local to save time and money, get a higher level of customer service, create jobs, and build stronger families and communities. Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.
Remember to shop urban, shop local, and shop Newark.
Welcome to this segment of the Matthews Business Network and broadcast. In the Entrepreneur Spotlight tonight, we are joined by Milton McIntyre. Milt is a retired lieutenant general in the Order of the Buffalo Soldiers, and we're going to find out how exciting that is because it is serious American history. To share with us the great things that Milt has experienced and done in his life and what his focus is. And I had just a little bit on the phone with him, so I'm real excited about what you're going to hear, is our marketing director and also the chairman of our Delaware network and also a publisher of 4 newspapers in his own right, including the Matthews Business Journal, which will be debuting at our leadership meeting in Washington, D.C. on Friday, June 21st, is Mr. Charles Cook Jr. So Charles, would you tell our audience who is here with us and those at home, would you ask Milt a few questions so that they can get to know him better?
We are the resurrected order of Buffalo Soldiers, thereby different from all of the other Buffalo Soldier orders. We are different in that we concentrate on saving and mentoring our youth, our black and brown youth, our African American youth, our Negro youth, our colored youth. We recognize that there are boys and girls who never had access to a real, live, honest-to-goodness man, and we Buffalo Soldiers have taken on the task of presenting ourselves to these boys and girls so that they can see, so that they can smell, they can taste, feel what it's like to be able to talk to a real man to get an answer and to be able to be tutored and taught how to be a person of responsibility. The Resurrected Order of Buffalo Soldiers was established in Bakersfield, California in 1997 by a Marine Master Drill Sergeant, Dr. Dedisi, and an Air Force First Lieutenant, Anthony Lee. They formed the Resurrected Order of Buffalo Soldiers in Bakersfield, and Dr. Dedisi brought it to Philadelphia about 13 years ago. And he kind of hogtied, he cajoled, he shamed me into becoming a Buffalo Soldier, and he convinced me that he needed my help, and when I gave it, he went and died and left me to carry it on.
He left it in.
And I have decided that when I get to heaven, I'm going to boycott him for at least 3 days.
To return the favor. Return the favor.
Yes, but the Resurrected Order of Buffalo Soldiers, we have, let's see, we have a constitution, and we're in the process of recruiting 100 cadets to train as Buffalo Soldiers, and when we have 100 cadets, we are going to charter a school so that we can teach our cadets what they are not allowed to be taught in public school funded by the government. We're going to teach them our story.
That's right.
That we have participated in all of the wars that have been fought. Even before it was the United States, we were in the Revolutionary War, we were in the Spanish-American War, we were in the Civil War, both sides. We were in Cuba with Teddy Roosevelt when he charged up San Juan Hill. We were there. We were in World War II. My grandfather was there. We were in World War II. My grandfather was in World War I. Two of his sons, my two uncles, were in World War II. And I was in World War III, which has been going on for a long time. And is starting to heat up under the tutelage of our President Trump. But there's a war going on, and our boys and girls need to know that there's a psychological war being waged against them.
Amen.
And it has been going on for 500 years.
You have a radio show also.
Yes, I do. I do a Blog Talk radio show every Saturday from 6 to 7 p.m. And I cover, over the course of the month, 4 main topics for an hour. The topic number 1 is health. We talk about how to gain health and how to maintain health for the Aboriginal community. The Aboriginal community being us. We Aborigines, we natives, we indigenous people were here when the Europeans came in 1492. We were already here, and that is the best kept secret in his story.
That's right.
We were here, and of course, some of our ancestors came from Africa by way of the slave trade, but does that negate the fact that we were already here as well, and that we mated with the native women? It was mostly men who came. We mated with the native women, and so we are natives. We are indigenous. We are Aborigines. We are the people who have always been in these lands of the Americas and all of the Caribbean islands. And our boys and girls need to know this, because there is a psychological war going on in my never to be humble opinion, to wipe us out before we ever come into the knowledge. There's a great debt that has been accumulated over hundreds of years. And if there's nobody to claim it, it doesn't have to be paid. And I think there is an effort to eliminate those who would be around to claim it. And so we Buffalo Soldiers look at our youth as saving our nation, which, by the way, is more than 50 million strong, in spite of the fact that the powers that be would like for us to think that we're only 20 or 30 million. Remember that in a democracy, is it the minority that rules? No. The majority rules.
What's a good way that one can get in contact with you?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. All right, I'm going to give out my contact number is 267-351-1927. 267-351-1927. That's my contact number. The radio show on Saturday evening is 319-527-6199. And that's every Saturday, rain, shine, sleet, or snow, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. 319-527-6199. Now, if you have another question, please present it so that.
What's the radio show called?
Glad you asked. We are Legacy of a Nation. Legacy of a Nation. We are on Blog Talk, which is on the computer. The number that I gave you allows you to call right into the studio.
Right.
And to protect everyone's identity and to avoid embarrassment, we don't identify our callers by their names, because we don't even know, but rather we identify them by the last 4 numbers of your telephone number. In other words, if you call in, after you have called in, if you press the 1 on your phone, that lets me know in the studio that you have your hand up for a question or a comment. And so, if your last 4 numbers are 4444, I would say, caller 444, be patient, we'll be right with you.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a real senior moment, all right? And it's really enjoyable to have you speak in reference to what you're doing, and at 82 years old,
That's right.
really going into the understanding of what needs to still be done in doing it. It is such a pleasure, Mr. McIntyre, all right?
The pleasure.
So I wanna co-sign on that. So Sherry Darden, what's the definition of Aborigine? Luke Titus, what is the definition of Aborigine?
First is there.
Earl Hackett, what's your definition of Aborigine? Original. It means from the beginning. Right? So I would just say to you, my thanks for being here and teaching us. Welcome back to the segment of the Matthews Business Network and Broadcast. We are joined by the one and only Earl Hackett, our best-selling author, my good friend, and a man of valor. And to ask Earl a few questions so that our audience here and at home could get to know him a lot better is the one and only Sherry Darden, the publisher of Scoop News, where she is occupied as a full-time publisher and a great mama, a great mother, and a great friend. Sherry, why don't you ask Earl a few things about his literary work so the audience can get to know him better as well as those with us. Elijah?
So good evening, Mr. Hackett. I'd like to first thank you for joining us on the Matthews broadcast this evening. And I want to get started by asking you some very basic questions. And can you tell us a little bit about your business or organization, the name, if you have one?
The name is Hackett Global Marketing, and I am a writer and blogger. And I wish I had my book so I could show it to you, because I'd love to do show and tell to let you see what I've done. and I've done some other stuff.
So we're going to take care of making sure that
Okay.
we have your book. I was looking for it.
Hey,
It's
look,
on its way.
make it
Yeah.
plain.
It's on its
Make
way.
it
Thank
plain.
you, Abdullah Bey.
So can you please tell us the unique value of your business or organization? You want to hold it.
There you
Get
go.
it right here, like that.
That's normally what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I started blogging because I was retired. And I was working with this company, and they said, if you want to get people to pay attention to you, you have to blog so that they get to know you. And I wanted to work on personal development. And I've had a very unique lifestyle for the simple fact that at a young age, I started working hard. But I was working in a factory while I was still in high school, and I said, I'm getting out of this factory, even though the Vietnam War is going on, so I ended up volunteering in the Air Force. Went to Libya, missed the jungle in Vietnam. Father got sick, had to get out, take care of him. He got better, and I went to school, and then one day I was walking down the hall and saw the sign that says ROTC. The more you look, the better it looks, and I ended up going in the Army. So I was also in the Air Force and the Army, enlisted and commissioned. And it's all about mindset. Mindset is the number one thing, no matter who you are or what you do.
So the Air Force and the Army? 2 A's, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, when you talk about the cover here, I went to FedEx, and I said, I'd like to have this blowed up so that it would make it into a poster. He said, well, you might have a problem as far as the copyright. I said, well, take a look at the back. And on the back is a picture of me sitting in the chair, and it's got some symbols behind it, holding 2 hats, Air Force and Army.
Okay. So,
Who's a good referral for you,
Yeah.
A
sir?
good referral is somebody who's an entrepreneur going in a different route, and you need motivation, personal motivation, inspiration, and to keep you going because you're going against the grain. Everybody else is taught go to school, get an education, and get a job, and that's not working anymore.
Yeah, that's why I feel so strongly that financial literacy and wealth building should be part of the curriculum in grammar school, junior high school, and high school.
yeah, definitely should start early. Tell us a little bit how people can reach you. Somebody wants to get in touch with you, blog, you said?
HackettGlobalMarketing.com is my blog. HackettGlobalMarketing@gmail is also a way to contact me. You can call me, 215-290-1531.
Now, I started a internet radio show called it's called the Dream Life broadcast out of Washington, D.C. with Dr. Herman Pryor, who is a career development specialist out of American University. And what we're trying to do is teach the millennials how to have a dream life, mentally, socially, spiritually, and physically, by helping them to get a career that aligns with their mindset, their visions, hopes, and dreams. So I want to ask you tonight, Earl, for our Dream Life broadcast, we ask people, what is one thing that you can share with people that would contribute to having a dream life? If you were to suggest to someone that was just graduated from a college or university, what would be your dream life secret?
Take the time to find out what you are really good at, and then figure out how to get paid from doing that, because you never get tired of doing it.
Oh, so the reality is that if you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Another
Is that
day
what
in
you're
your
saying?
life.
That's
That's
correct.
what he's saying.
Okay, because that is true.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right. I could be anywhere on the east coast of the United States of America. If anyone is talking about black prosperity, I'm in that conversation. It could be 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm in that conversation. Because to me, having that conversation is not work. That's what I love to do. So, I don't grow tired in doing it.
I think that's great advice to give to someone.
That's right. Find what they love and then pursue it. Everybody, would you give Mr. Earl Hackett a round of applause? I just want to remind you, there are 2 types of people in the world. There are dreamers like you and dream killers. Embrace the first and run like heck from the second.
And I'd like to
Sure, I'll let you go out with
all
that. And finally, you cannot finish anything successfully until you start something confidently. Do not be one of those that lives a life of regret. Rather, try. Even if you fail, you've at least made the attempt. As the headmaster of Morehouse told young Dr. Martin Luther King, the essence of sin is not to try and fail, young Mr. King. Low aim is, right? So whatever, like Earl said, whatever you could at, go ahead and do that thing. Okay. And so as we go out tonight, I'm going to let Earl Hackett leave you with something that he prepared for you. Earl?
I went to a program in which we were talking about our best poem from Maya Angelou, and it's the Black Family Pledge. It says, because we have forgotten our ancestors, our children no longer give us honor. Because we have lost the path our ancestors cleared, kneeling in perilous undergrowth, our children cannot find their path. Because the old wells of our ancestors have faded beyond our hearing, our children cannot hear us crying. Because we have abandoned our wisdom of mothering and fathering, our befuddled children give birth to children they neither want nor understand. Because we have forgotten how to love, the adversary is within our gates and holds us up to the mirror of the world, shouting, regard the loveless. Therefore, we pledge to bind ourselves to one another, to embrace our loveless, to educate our illiterate, to keep company with our loneliness, to feed our starved, to clothe our ragged, to do all good things, knowing that we are more than keepers of our brothers and sisters. We are our brothers and sisters. In honor of those who have toiled and implored God with golden tongues, and in gratitude to the same God who brought us out of hopeless desolation, we make this pledge. And that was Maya Angelou.
And as we say in the African tradition, on East and West Africa, Ashe and Amen.
Hi, I'm Mayor Frank Moran of the great city of Camden, reminding you to shop urban and shop local to save time and money, get a higher level of customer service, create jobs, and build stronger families and communities. Remember to shop urban and shop local, shop Camden.
Remember, shop urban, shop local, and shop Camden.
Hi, this is Stan Matthews, host of the Matthews TV broadcast and founder of the Inner Circle Professional Network. It takes a village to raise a child and a community to build healthy, wealthy businesses, professional practices, and community organizations. The Matthews TV broadcast enables urban consumers like you to support urban business owners, professionals, nonprofits, and community organizations that provide career opportunities, create jobs, and make urban communities great places to live, work, and raise a family. So please continue to watch the Whole Person, Whole Community broadcast on Sunday evenings at 7 p.m. at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com. And oh yeah, tell 10 friends to watch the broadcast too. Heartfelt thanks for your continued friendship and support. The Matthews TV broadcast spotlights urban business owners, professionals, nonprofits, and creative artists and enables them to tell their success story and get the new clients, strategic connections, and community support they need to prosper and succeed. With our audience of more than 500,000 subscribers, 500 Inner Circle strategic partners, and the Comcast Xfinity premium promotional channels, including the Oprah Winfrey Network, BET, Lifetime, and the Hallmark Family Network. So step into the spotlight for business success right now and book your spotlight or legacy interview by calling us at 732-357-5701 or booking your reservation at www.thematthewsbroadcast.com.